Good evening, dear women in business community. It is such an honor and privilege that we have gone so far in our year as the women who are building the economy of this country, as the women that are making big moves, as women that we dream to be. Because I know that we have not arrived where we want to be, but we are working towards achieving that goal. And today it is such a treat to have you on this call, and I'm bringing you one of the dynamic businesswomen in our network. Her name is Khanya Buthelezi. She is the founder and CEO of Owetu Waste Group, and she's done a lot in actually helping us because she also serves in the Women in Business Committee, and she's got a foundation, Owetu Foundation. They did an awesome work over the last weekend in a children's home in Edendale. Congratulations, Khanya. We celebrate you. And I actually had a meeting with the lady from the Varsity College today, and she was mentioning how when she first met you at that funding and the masterclass we had at St. John's, yes, and that you just caught her eye. So when they had their next events, she suggested you. So if you do not know Khanya, just get ready to experience Khanya. She's lovely. She's awesome. She's such a lady, and she's been in business for longer than I am. So even I get to use her as a soundboard, because I believe that's what we should do in this network. Actually help one another grow, because we cannot know everything by ourselves. So we're just going to do a quick, I see there's 14 of us already on the call. We can just do a quick intro, and so that we know who's coming from where and who's doing what, because that's the point of networking. And then I will actually start with myself. I'm Nompilo Kumede. I have the privilege and honor of being the CEO of Women in Business, but I'm also a business owner. I have an accounting practice called Cofee Africa Business Solutions. We offer small businesses with compliance on tax, on UIF, on different things that you need in your business. And as Cofee Africa, we're organizing our compliance. It's called Business Resilience Masterclass on the 9th of August. And I'm happy to share that Khanya will be one of the people that are going to be on the panel, as you will hear how she runs with things. And on the call with us, we also have some committee members. Phil, I know you want to introduce yourself, but I just want to share how much of a plug you are to Women in Business, because you always come through for us. When we needed a venue, you gave us St. John's. Last weekend on a Friday, when we were celebrating our 20th anniversary, you connected us to amazing speakers. You know, Dr. Carolyn and the lady Judy from Singagwenza were so phenomenal. And you are always like helping women in business grow. And me and you always meet up for coffees, and you actually even hosted us at Overstone Cottages when we had our what was it, that thing we had, that holiday,
our reboot
holiday. Oh, it was a boot camp. It was a boot camp. But I'd just like to hand over to you, to those people who do not know you, and you can just tell them what does your business do and what you're looking forward to as we're doing a mid-year research with Women in Business. Over to you, Phil. And then you're going to choose the next person who's going to speak after you.
Okay. Thank you, Nompilo. Always such a lovely introduction, and you make me feel way more special than I actually am. But thank you. If there's anything I can say, it's a privilege to still be a member of Women in Business. I was back there in the year 1 of Women in Business, and the energy has always been dynamic, even more so now. So I do love being a part of this group. I am an agriculturalist, I would say. I'm a farmer, but I also run a hospitality establishment, a bed and breakfast. And otherwise, I just live life to the fullest and do what I can to give purpose and have purpose. I'm not sure if that went through, because it seems very silent.
Nompilo has left. I'm here now, Khanya.
Hello, Khanya.
Hello, Phil. She stepped out now
Okay.
because she had to go to another meeting. So
okay.
The ladies can continue with introduction. So you can just pass the baton to the next person. So that
okay, so I'll just go on to Jabulile Makoba, because the name is right under mine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Phil. Hello, welcome. Jabulile, can you hear us? We can't hear you.
Hello.
Hello, now we can hear you.
All
Hello,
right.
just a brief introduction to yourselves, because Foles has called you to be the next person who does the intros, and then you can choose the next person.
Okay. I'm Jabulile Makoba from Newcastle. I'm a private social worker.
Welcome, Jabulile. Thank you so much. Who
Thank
do you
you.
nominate as the next person who's going to introduce themselves? Okay, so what I'll do is I will call the next person then. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so can I call maybe Sanele Mabizela? Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Sanele.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
How are you doing today? Yo, Askis, I just connected now, but I did hear Usisnompilo and Phil speaking, and I quickly had to go do something, but I'm back now. Did I miss something? I just heard my name being called.
Yes, no worries. Just an introduction. So your name, surname, and your business.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Sanele Mabizela, that's my name. I'm a founder and a CEO of Skaftin Business, it's a kitchen business here in Polweni. I'm also a member of Women in Business. And yeah, I really look forward to working with you guys. It was just so unfortunate for me because I wanted to be part of the celebration, but I wasn't there. But thank God I saw everything went well and you guys kept on elevating. Very excited.
Thank you so much.
That's
Thank
me.
you.
Okay.
Yes, so the next person, Bongiwe Mkhunu, if you could just introduce yourselves. Thank you.
Greeting everyone. Good evening. I'm sorry, I just came from exercising, jogging, but next time you'll see a better face than this one. My name is Bongiwe Mkhunu. I've been following a woman in business, and I've decided that I'm gonna be a member. As from today, I'm gonna pay my fees so that I can be a member of this group because it's a vibrant group. I have a private practice as a social worker. My office is based in Durban. I specialize on issues of marital problems, children, and also substance abuse. The matters of mental health are my expertise. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and welcome. Welcome to the new member. Please, can we have Banele Zama?
Oh my God. Oh, I'm unmuted. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry, guys. My child has been making noise in the background. Okay, so my name is Banele Zama. I'm not going to put up a video. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Because it's quite hectic here. My daughter is busy up and down. She's giving me like a headache right now, but it's fine. So I'm a prospect at the moment, guys. My name is Banele Zama. I work for a bank. I'm very much interested in women in business. I've been following you guys for quite some time now. And I'm really, really inspired by the work that you guys do and the energy that you guys have in prospering Ama women. So yes, I am a prospect, soon to be a member.
We love prospects. Welcome. Thank you so much. We can't wait for you to be a member. The next person, thank you so much, Sisi. The next person is Ayanda Mazwis. Is Ayanda?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, Ayanda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
I'm
good.
sorry. Like Philippa, I am sitting in my bed. I am not sleeping. And I'm with my daughter. I tried hiding, but she found me.
I know.
How are you, ladies? How are you,
You're good,
everybody?
thank you.
Yes, so my name is
Excellent,
Ayanda
thank you.
Mazelisa. I'm a teacher by profession. I'm a primary school teacher, and my business is Imba Care Nannies and Helpers. So if you need, if you know or you need anybody or you need services for helpers or nannies and you're struggling to find the perfect one for your house, we provide that service for you. So we screen them, we interview them, and we take away the hassle of you looking and being disappointed. So yeah, happy to be
Oh,
part
that's
of
nice.
Business Women in Business. I attended my first meeting with you guys on the 20th anniversary, and it was the best decision I have made probably in July.
Yes, because there's more great decisions to be made in the rest of the year.
Yes.
Welcome, Amanda.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Hello,
Thank you.
Nana. Okay, so please can I ask Ndombifu Team Kize? Ndomfuti?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mama. We can hear you.
Okay. I'm a private social worker based in Durban, and it's my first time joining this meeting. I hope I will learn a lot. I just joined because I received an invite, then I decided to join.
Welcome, welcome. We hope you're going to be a member of Women in Business soon. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Caroline, hello. Good evening. Can you hear me? Hi, Caroline. You're still on mute. There you go. Hello. Yes,
Hi.
I can hear you.
Sorry, I joined you late. The N3 traffic was terrible. I've just walked in now.
Hello, hello. Yes, we're just doing our introductions, just so everyone can introduce themselves before we start.
Caroline? If it's working. My
Yes, we
video's
can
not
hear you.
working.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Sister of Philippa Lycett. Women in Business has been a big part of our history together, and I'm very excited to be part of this. I'm looking forward to hearing some stuff.
Oh, thank you so much and welcome. Please can I ask Dogozo? I think I've got Dogozo at Mind. Is it Mind Prospector? Hi, Dogozo. Thank you, Caroline. Dogozo, can you hear us? Okay, let's move on to Nogwanda Ngobo. Okay, we can move on to Mpume.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Hello.
Okay, let me switch on my camera. I hope you can see me.
Yes, we can see you.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening, Mpume.
Okay, my name is Mpume Tele. I'm the founder of Khanya Creative Solutions, and we do marketing and communications. It's a marketing communications agency. Also, I'm in the Women in Business Committee. So I'm in the branding and communication portfolio in the committee there. And also I'm responsible for the monthly newsletter of Women in Business. So if you are not yet a member of Women in Business, I will encourage you to join us and become a member so that you can also have these benefits. One of them includes placing your adverts or in the Women in Business monthly newsletter. So I am hosting next week on the 31st of July. I will be hosting a free online masterclass. It is building personal brand that strives. So I'm inviting all of you, if you can just come. It's a free masterclass. Yeah, so thank you.
Thank you so much, Pume. Without wasting much time, ladies, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the introductions right there. What we'll do is towards the end, if anybody's going to have a question, so this is a challenge for the ladies that haven't introduced themselves. When you get to the end, so that you ask questions, you can have an opportunity to introduce yourself, and then that way you can ask the question as well as introduce yourselves. So Nompilo gave a brief introduction about me. So my name is Khanya Buthelezi. I am the founder and CEO of O2 Waste Group, a waste management business that is based in Mkondeni. We've been in business since 2020, I would say. Probably we registered the business in 2019. And then we're in full-time business, fully operational from 2022. I'm a mom and a wife by choice to one husband. I have a daughter. She is 3. And then I also have a fur daughter. So I'm also a fur mom. My fur daughter's name is Snowy. So if you hear a dog barking in the background, please forgive me. It is our Snowy. She's very vocal. She is a true lady. So she's very vocal, and so she'll bark in the background. So today, ladies, I want us to do the conversation that I want us to have today is with regards to the half-year reset. So obviously the year has started with a bang, and we now are in July of 2025. So we all had goals that we had set at the beginning of the year. We all had things that we wanted to achieve at the beginning of the year. And now 6 months down the line, as we've closed off June, we're asking ourselves, what have we achieved in 2025? I'm so sorry, please can I, oh, she wanted to come in. What have we achieved in 2025? What are some of the things that we have done? What are some of the things that we hoped would happen that haven't really happened? So in my organization, we went through a lot in 2024. So we had to do a big restructure of the business. So when we came into 2025, I understood very clearly that I have to do things differently. You know, being in business and also being a mom and also being a wife and also just being a daughter and all the roles that I play, I have to be very aware of the planning and organizations that I do in my personal life and in my business life to make sure that I don't crash, to make sure that I remain having a passion, to make sure that I stay spiritually aligned, you know, with my business and everything that I want to achieve in my business and in my personal life. So there's a quote that I found when I was planning for this coffee and conversation, and it says, "Success is not the result of spontaneous combustion. You must set yourself on fire." So the challenge that I have for you ladies as we do our half-year reset is the fact that you have to set yourselves on fire. Because if you have a business and you are not passionate about your business, or if you have a job and you're not passionate about what you do, in the terrain that we're in today, the economic challenges that we face as business owners or as you know, South Africans in general is quite a challenge. And if you do not have a passion that burns inside of you, that is going to help you be very aggressive when it comes to pursuing your goals, then you know you're going to get left behind. So many changes are happening in terms of the tech. So many changes are happening in business, so many things that we have to register for. We have to make sure that we are compliant. We also have to make sure that we have cash flow and money flowing in. You know, as a business owner, there's nothing that is degrading, not even degrading so much, but that is as disappointing as starting a business only to find that your business doesn't make money. There's nothing that feels worse than starting a business, maybe even having some customers and then your customers don't pay on time. So you have to be very, very aware of these things as a business owner. So it means that you have to have financial management in your organization. So every single year, we close our financial year as a O2 Waste Group on the 31st of May. Once we close our financial year on the 31st of May, in the first month of the new financial year, we do a strat planning with my team. So in my team, we do strat planning, and that is what helps us plan for the rest of our financial year. We also take count. We're glad and we're happy in the organization, the fact that we can plan as the half of the year is actually approaching. So we get to plan the things that need to be in place as an organization. As you guys know, we are in waste management, so we have to follow legislation, so we have to remain compliant. So, you know, I listened to a lot of the ladies that were introducing themselves, and they said that they want to register businesses. I would challenge you ladies to start producing goods, to start selling before you register your businesses. Once a business is registered, you have to pay tax. You have to make sure that you do your annual returns on CIPC. So I'd probably say trade in your side hustle before you register a business. Once you see the income coming in, and once you feel that you're now, you know, healthy in your business, you have achieved the goals that you wanted to achieve, the financial goals that you had, then you can register that business. The mistake that we make as South Africans, or maybe it's a global issue, is we register businesses before we even know what we want to do with them. So once we register these businesses, we now have businesses that are shelf companies that are not working but get deregistered. I mean, if you look at the number of businesses that are deregistering on CIPC, you would be shocked. You know, businesses that had huge potential but ended up not amounting to anything. So I would really just challenge you ladies, as I know that you're going to have multiple businesses as time goes by, because that's what we do as women. I would challenge you that if you have another business besides the one that you're currently doing, for the ones that are already in business, start trading in your business before you register that business. Unless you've already maybe got a business strategy for that business, or you've got a business plan for that business, then you can go ahead and register that business. So some of the questions, obviously, that came up in our, you know, financial, in our annual strat plan as a way to waste group, was the structure of the organization. Now, a lot of us here are small businesses, so we tend to think that we don't have to have a formal structure in our businesses. I heard a saying once that said that 5% of a business's success is on the passion, is on the drive and the vision and the dream to have that business work. 95% of a business's success lies in the administration of that business. So you have to make sure that you have your policies in place, proper structures in place. You have to make sure that you have a file where you keep all your documents for your business. If you have not done it, you still have next month. You know, I mean, this is the half-year reset. So if we have not done these things that I'm talking about, we can still do them, ladies. And I am available. I am a member of Women in Business. I'm part of the committee in Women in Business. So I love when ladies reach out to me when you have questions or ways to do certain things. If you want a template or whatever it is that you would need in order for you to get these structures in place. So it is very important to have a structure for your business. It's very important to have an organogram. It is very important to have contracts for your staff members. It is very important for you to have policies, you know, disciplinary code, you know, policy for how you manage your documents, expiry dates. Keep a spreadsheet that keeps your expiry dates for all your statutory documents that you need. You know, we all run to Nompilo, you know, whenever we looking like we're deregistering because we have not paid our annual returns on CIPC, you know, so if you have a running spreadsheet that have all your important dates for when your documents will expire, you're not going to have that problem. You're just going to be like, oh, next month I need to pay my annual return for CIPC. Boom, you know, you get in touch with your accountant and they can do that for you. When you have to have your income tax, if you do pay as you earn for your business or for yourself, as the owner of the business, if you're just the only person that is employed in the business, then you know that every single month you have to pay your pay as you earn if you're earning over the threshold. But obviously these are all things that Nompilo will explain, but I'm just talking in totality about some of the things that we need to have in place. I would also suggest, ladies, that we normalize having meetings with our staff members. There was a lady that I was listening to, and she was talking about the fact that she's a big business and she is producing quite a number of products and she's very popular, but she went on maternity leave for 4 months and she said it almost crippled her business. because she did not have structures in place for how the business will run with her absentia. And she also mentioned the fact that she also didn't have a stock control system that she was using in her organization. She thought that she had a system that she could use to manage stock and to control stock, but that system was not foolproof because she had not really tested that system. And before she went on maternity leave, only to find that she lost so many products that were not, billed for, that were not invoiced for. I would also suggest that we use systems, ladies, to invoice our clients. And we use systems to manage our debtors, clients, to see who hasn't paid, who has monies that are outstanding, because obviously we don't want the monies that are due to us to expire, or maybe you don't know where something has gone, and because you did not do the invoice. So if you're a company that maybe does products, make sure that you have a proof of delivery or a proof of that you've delivered those goods, and then you keep that book and you can revert back to that book. You don't really have to have a formal invoice, but what you can do is you can use those invoice books up until you get a formal invoice that you can use for your clients. So ladies, there is a lot, and I've said a mouthful, but what I want to just align with you all is the fact that we're not going to be successful in business if we don't understand that the things that are set up for our demise as businesses. It's very easy to have a dream. It's very easy to have a passion for the business that you want to do, but it's easy also to feel discouraged in your business when you see things are not working out. So the one thing that I can say to all you ladies as we move into the new year is sales, 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 and more sales. If you're not selling in your organization, if you're not finding new clients or finding ways to find new clients, you don't have a healthy pipeline for how you're going to solicit business, how you're going to get new clients into your organization, then you are setting yourselves up for failure. There's a lot that we could do, to make sure that the business stays healthy, the business stays profitable. One of those ways is to sell, to make sure that you increase your revenue. One of those ways is to manage your expenses, to make sure that you reduce your expenses as much as possible if you're not in a position to increase your sales. And that will make sure that your business is healthy. But the main thing is sales. You constantly have to be actively selling your business, telling people about it, asking your clients to refer you, asking people that have enjoyed a good service from you to refer you to the next person. Another thing is I always have these questions in my mind, especially when it's time, to reflect on half of the year. At the previous half of the year as we head into the half of the year. So I would just ask you ladies, I'm sure some of you are making notes, I would just ask you to reflect on half of the year that has gone. The questions that I would like to pose to you would be, what do you need to improve in your organization, to keep it healthy, to keep it successful? What is it what has worked in the past 6 months, that you think you're going to implement in the new 6 months that will bring you success? Where can you save time in the next 6 months? Because time is money, as we know, as business owners, we also must look after ourselves and make sure that we are well, make sure that we're good, make sure that, we have me time. Outside of the organization, our wellness is very important because being a business owner is quite a lonely journey, as you've heard, and we have to make sure that we have self-care as much as possible. So that was the next question is, are you prioritizing self-care and positive self-talk to you? So if you've lost a client or somebody has put a bad review on Google for your business, how do you manage those things? How do you manage how you're feeling to make sure that doesn't affect you negatively, that doesn't trigger you negatively, and it doesn't cause your mental health or stress levels to increase and your mental health to be affected? We have to make sure that we constantly are looking at these things as we head into the last few months of 2025. And another thing is, did you achieve your goals? We're not expecting that you would, We're not expecting, big, things that happened in your organization, but we're expecting for you to be able to monitor the goals that you had set. They called SMART goals, these things that we do to make sure that these goals are SMART goals that you implement into your organization. Now, the question is, I'm sure some of you will ask me, what is a SMART goal really? It's goals that are specific for your organization. It's goals that are measurable. So if you're saying that you want to have additional 10 clients, how are you going to measure this? How are you going to measure your marketing efforts for those 10 clients that you want to bring into your organization? And what amount of money are these 10 clients going to bring you? And when you're looking at these clients, how are you approaching these clients? Are you approaching them based on the fact that there are clients that are big organizations that are going to increase your revenue substantially? Or are they clients that you know are seasoned other businesses, maybe if it's business to business, or people that you know purchase a lot, or businesses that you know are using your opposition, that you definitely know that should they come over as a client, they'll definitely increase your bottom line. Are these goals that you've set achievable? The one thing that we don't want to do, ladies, as we go into the next half of the year, is we don't want to set goals that we can't achieve, because we're setting ourselves up for failure. So please make sure that when you are setting goals for your organization or goals that you want to achieve as a business owner, these goals are achievable. I mean, obviously, we don't want to set goals that are like so low down there that they don't make us, want to fight and go after the things that we said we would achieve. But you want to make sure that you can achieve these goals. Are these relevant? You want to be sure that you want to set relevant goals. I'm in waste management. I can't go ahead now and set goals to say, oh, I want to have so many people that are going to be staying at my accommodation. What accommodation do I have if I'm in waste management? Do you know what I mean? So I have to make sure that these goals are relevant to my organization. They align with my overall business vision. I also want ladies to speak to you about your vision, your mission for your organization. I'm sure some of you will now go back to set your strategic planning meetings with your team. If you're going to be doing those strategic planning meetings, make sure that you know your vision, you know your mission, and you're going to talk to your team about it, because you want to make sure that your team is aligned with your vision, your team is aligned with your mission. Because as business owners, we're always looking at top line, we're always looking at getting more money into the organization, and we don't focus on the fact that, is it in line with my vision? Am I getting clients that are for my business? Am I getting clients that are in line with the vision? Clients that I know would be similar. I always say at Owethu Wage Group, we do business God's way. We are a Christian organization. So I want to align my clients with what we want to achieve as a business. So I'm not saying that I don't want to have all clients. I'm happy with all my clients and I celebrate my clients across the board. But I always have to go back to our vision as an organization to make sure that we don't stray too far from our vision and our mission in the plight of increasing our revenue when we are selling to our clients. And then another thing is time bound. So whenever we're setting these goals, we have to make sure that we give them an expiry date, or we give them a date at which we want to achieve them. So for instance, recently we had new policies that we implemented in our organization, and we had to make sure that these policies had a date at which they needed to be achieved by. So we had to make sure that by this time, these policies must be in place so that we can start training our staff, with these policies. So they need to be time specific. If you have goals that you want to achieve in your organization, please make sure that they time specific, so that if you have not achieved them by a certain time, you can go back to your team, you can go back to the drawing board, and you can look and see, am I actually doing the things that I said I would do? Is the team doing what they said they would do? And so on. So those are some of the things that we do in my organization. And then another thing, ladies, that I just want to stress, as I'm about to go into the questions, I just want to stress financial management. It is so important for you to know where your money is going as a business owner. So if you have not known where your money is going in the first half of 2025, it is important for you to know where your money is going in the remainder of 2025. You be about your money. in your money, everything must be about that, because you don't want to lose unnecessarily. You don't want to make mistakes that will lose you money in your business when you're putting so much sweat and hard work into your organization. But because you don't know what is going where, you don't know what expenses you have in your organization, you don't know what you're spending on your raw materials, if you have raw materials, if you may be a manufacturer, you don't know where your kilometer rate is, if you're a transporter, you don't know where your drivers are going when they're delivering or they're collecting, you don't know how much you're using when you're baking a cake and so on, for you to be able to price that product properly. You don't know anything because you're not really focusing on your finances as a business. So as we go into the next half of the year, I please ask you humbly, please, 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 ladies, be about your money in your organizations, because you will lose out. It is also very important to know which of your clients or which is the service that brings you the most income in your organization when you're doing financial management. It is important so that when you're planning or when you are, you're targeting clients, you target clients that are similar to the clients that you currently have, and the ones that are bringing you your income, the biggest income in your organization. So put percentages on there. So for me in waste management, I know some of my clients that maybe are in skip collections and we're spending so much money with them. I know that we've got companies that are maybe only do compactable general waste, companies that do on-site waste management, and I put percentages towards those clients to see who's who in the zoo. I go a step further. I'll write down all my clients, and then I'll grade my clients. I know I've got platinum clients, I've got gold clients, I've got silver clients, I've got bronze clients. So I mean, obviously you can use it with regards to the potential of the business, or you can use the amount of money that they're spending in your organization. And another thing, ladies, is once we're doing all of this, we have to make sure that we're budgeting, every single, so we'll do quarterly budgets, but then we do monthly meetings with my team. So I know what is needed in the organization. So it's very important for us as women in business to budget. As I close off, I just want to say to you, ladies, it's important to reflect and assess. We can reflect and assess what we have done in the first half of the year. It will help us to be able to plan for the new half of the year. There's no problem in pivoting, ladies. If you can see that the business has not done well in the first half of the year, that's no reason for you to give up. You just have to go back to the drawing board. You have to sell more aggressively. You have to look at your marketing efforts. If you can't market on your own, you have to maybe look at and see if you can get a marketing team in, or a marketing person in, or a system that you can use to market, to get your business out there. We need to put our businesses on the map in order for us to gain traction as business owners. And then another thing is accountability and support. We are never going to do anything on our own. So I love the fact that we're all women that are in part of Women in Business. It's a great sisterhood. It's a great network for us to use. So if you feel that you might need coaching, you reach out to the Women in Business team to make sure that maybe they'll link you up with somebody who can offer that for you. There's lots of coaches in Women in Business. And then also we have a mentorship program. So use the programs that are available, use the networking efforts that Women in Business are doing, and make sure that should you give up on being a business owner one day, or should you say, you know what, actually I'm jumping off this bus, it's not for me, you have done everything to make sure that your business will be successful. So with that being said, I have said a mouthful. So now I'm going to mute my mic, and I'm going to just request that you ladies, unmute for those that want to ask questions, and we can take the questions so that we'll finish, at 7 o'clock. So thank you so much, ladies, and welcome to the ladies that have just joined us. It's so good to have you all here. I'm sure you heard the last bit that I shared, but if not, I'm sure that you'll still have some questions for me. So I cannot wait for those questions. Thank you. Do we have some questions? Oh, Rashika, yes.
Good evening, everybody.
Good
Good
evening.
evening, everybody. My name is Rashika Phale. Good evening. I'm a wealth planner, and I have not so much a question, but more so to make sure the ladies are enlightened, so to speak. So I just want to check, when last did you have a financial health check? So not just in terms of where your money is going and how you're spending, but do you have proper cover in place to take care of what needs to be taken care of in the event of death of you, what happens to your company? So that's something to also look at, especially now that we're resetting through half of the year. It's something to think about. I mean, all of us on this call know it's important, but how often do we actually?
Thank you for that, Rashika. I hope you ladies heard Rashika. And if you guys maybe need some financial planning assistance, she is available, so you guys can reach out to her. But even if you do have questions for her, you can go ahead and ask those questions. Are there any other questions, any comments, anything that you guys would like to ask while we're still on the call? Please go ahead and ask those questions.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Gola. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I don't think you'd introduced yourself, so you can introduce yourself before you ask your question.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm new here. My name is Ola CVC, and I have a business called Ntomkona Farming. It's in agriculture. So I have been following women in business on Facebook for a while now. But however, I also came in late, so I might have missed out on some information. But I wanted to know if you guys also do offer like mentorship and stuff like that, because I'm still like growing and finding my feet. So that would be like really great to know.
Thank you so much, Gola. Yes, we do. We currently have a mentorship program. I don't know if Mashudu is available for this. What we'll do is if you reach out to Women in Business, we will send all the details. So I'm sure you're on the group, Gola. Are you on the group?
Which group? The
Women in
Facebook
Business
group?
Yeah, no, the WhatsApp group.
No, I'm not. I didn't even know it existed.
Okay, so we do have a Women in Business WhatsApp group where information is shared on that group. We currently have a mentorship program that is running in Women in Business. So if you're a member of Women in Business, you do get linked. I am a mentor, so I do have mentees. There are other women that are mentors and mentees, and we have a program like that in Women in Business. So yes, we definitely have something like that. We also, like I said, have coaches that run businesses as life coaches, lifestyle coaches, business coaches, etc., so that you can also have access to them. But even on Facebook, or even if you just take our details as Women in Business and send that through, once you're a member, you'll be able to join the mentorship program. And congratulations on your business. Oh, there, Mpume has raised her hand. Mpume, do you want to add something to that?
Yes, Khanya. Thank you so much, Kola, for raising such an important question. On the chat box, I have shared the link to join Women in Business. If you click through that link, you'll be able to register to become a member. And then there's also an option if you want to join the WhatsApp group of Women in Business as well there. So what happens is that if you register, then a team from Women in Business will be in touch with you. Then we can take it from there.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Mpume. I see Bongiwe's hand. Bongiwe.
Thank you very much for sharing such a valuable information, especially emphasizing the point of evaluating ourselves and setting new goals.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I also take notes of emphasis on marketing our businesses, because I believe that is where I need to also improve and set goals around marketing. And also to request if there are any members who specialize in marketing, if you can advertise them so that we can use their services. The other thing I wanted to check is do we have women in construction, maybe who can also share their experiences with us, or if there has been any workshop or event on construction, because I think that is another area where we need to venture as women. Ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Thank you so much, Bongiwe. I'm not sure as to how many women that we have in Women in Business that are in construction, but what we can do is we can take that note. I don't know if you want to add it as a note to this, but because this session was recorded, so what we'll do is maybe we could have something where women in construction will have like a panel and you can ask questions or something like that. So just make a note of it. And when it comes to marketing, I don't know if you was on the chat when Bome joined, she did mention that she is in marketing, so you could reach out to her. You can put your details, as she has also shared her details, but maybe you can reach out to Bome with regards to your marketing. But there are a lot of other ladies that do marketing, so please make sure that you reach out to Women in Business so that you need information on the different companies that do marketing in Women in Business. Do we have any other questions, ladies? Do you have any comments? Is there anybody who wants to comment on something? You know, maybe you have a new business and you want to ask a question. So it means that some of us have already got like a proper structure or plan for how we're going to move for the next half of the year. Do we have any questions, ladies? Any comments? Does anybody want to ask anything with regards to their business, with regards to staffing, with regards to contracts for their staff, with regards to how we set and structure these meetings for half of the year? Does anybody have any questions for us? Or can we close this meeting now, because we've shared, you know, a lot in this meeting? So I see somebody saying that let me just go to the chat quickly and see what the ladies have put in the chat. That way I will let you guys know what some of the ladies have said. Please, can you log into the chat, ladies, so that you can read? Some of the ladies have introduced themselves. There is Bakolile Zwane of Mangweni Business Solutions. She is in the oil and gas industry, providing training for anyone wanting to venture into the oil and gas industry. She's conducting a class now from 6:30, so I'm sure she has left. So you guys can take her details there. The next lady is Nomkosi Kwabe. She is a social worker in private practice with a special focus on oncology, social work, palliative care, employee wellness, etc. So you guys can just reach out to her. She has left her number. Oh, Bome actually was given her number. So Bome, you can just, I think you guys have had a proper chat there. And Bome also put the details for how to join Women in Business. There's a link that is there. And she's also put her poster for her upcoming masterclass. And another thing is we had Rashika, she spoke. She is a financial planner. She put her number there for all the ladies that want to make sure that in the next half of the year, you know, you're planning your finances properly, you know, creating wealth for your family and making sure that you have the proper insurance for your businesses as well as yourselves personally. And then there's Philippa. She was just saying thank you. There's Lungi Ntulim Tembu. She's a strategist. She has a strategy consulting company with specializing in strategy development and planning. So ladies, we spoke a lot about strategy for the next half of the year. So you could speak to Ulungi. She is a strategist and she has a strategy planning company. So she could come into your company to improve your planning, to improve your operational efficiencies, document write-ups. Oh, this is beautiful, Lungi. Beautiful plans, stakeholder engagement, etc. All the things that we've spoken about, which I couldn't really elaborate on, but she's put all the information on there for you ladies. So please make sure that you reach out to Ulungi. And then there's Usanele. She was just saying thank you. She appreciates what we're doing. And then she said, Ola, for requests, it has helped her too. She'll reach out. Excellent leaders for mentorship. Great, thank you, ladies. Please make sure that you use the link that Mpumi has sent, or if you have details on women in business, so that we could do you could be added to the mentorship program. Lungi has added her number, so if you guys can just take her number for her details as a strategic planner. Nogwanda, I see you put a message there. She's the owner of Process Solutions, doing accounting services, university and job application support. So that is her business. So you guys have anybody who wants to who needs accounting services in their organization, or applications, job applications and support, etc., you can reach out to Nogwanda. I don't know if she put her number there, but she's there. She's put her details. GKJ Designs, Ukukuletu Mapena, her business deals with design, printing and branding, and she's put her poster below, so if you guys can just take that poster. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much. I don't see any other messages that have been put there, unless Fila Kuzwa has just put a message. She is a lawyer by profession. You guys know we all need an attorney in our businesses as small business owners, because anything can be thrown at us. We have to make sure they've got an accountant, got a lawyer, a doctor, psychologist, etc. She says she's a lawyer by profession. She runs a law firm based in Durban, and she's put her number there if you need assistance in civil, criminal, labor administration, or estate matters. So you guys can reach out to Ufigile. I'm sure she's a part of Women in Business, and she will share more of her details maybe on the WhatsApp group, but she did put her number there if you guys want to reach out to her. Let me just see if any of the ladies have added anything. Okay, there's nothing else. So do we have any additional questions, ladies, before we close the meeting for today? Any comments? Any questions before we close? Okay, so I think we can close. Oh, there's some. Oh, yes, Lungi. Hi, Lungi. Yes, Mama, you can go ahead and ask.
Thanks, Khanya. Thanks for the strategic insights. I'm looking forward to be of help as well. I will be filling in the form to be a member of Women in Business. I have been following you on Facebook.
Welcome, Lungi.
You know, we come a long way. We'll talk.
We come a long way, yes.
Some other time when we meet in person with the women. I am part of the Women in Business network as we speak now. I just want to ask a question which I have not found in any of the strategic insights. Does every woman who runs a business in this network has a strategic plan and an operational plan? Because if you don't do the planning even before you register a PTY or any form of company, you are bound to fail. We've seen the statistics that we've got paper companies. Everyone has registered a company, and everyone has one way or the other having made it into the entrepreneurship stroke business. Have you done an audit to check if all these women have done their plans and the plans are well archived, and every year they are reviewed and there is a paradigm shift into how they are doing business?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lungi, for that. I don't think that all the ladies have got strategic plans as well as operational plans. Obviously, for us, for my company being in waste management, I have to have those kind of documents and those systems in place, but I don't think that everybody does have them. So what we can do is, please, can you put your details? I think you did put your details. And what we'll do is we will elaborate on this once we start engaging with the ladies. And if you have a poster or anything like that that you can share with us, that would be awesome. Because ladies, I'm sure that they would love to speak to you with regards to this, because I can tell you for sure that we don't all have strategic plans for our organization. We don't have operational plans. We don't have an audit system, or maybe how to manage our KPIs. I'm sure that we don't have that. But as the rest of the year is going, we would like to do things like that as businesses. So thank you so much for sharing that. We will be reaching out to you as ladies. Thanks, ladies. Does anybody have, we've got 4 minutes. Does anybody have a question? I hear somebody has unmuted their mic.
Greetings. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Fikile Kuzwayo. I would like to find out the things that were okay, what I would like to find out is, how do you join the woman in business? I think I don't know actually what is happening. I just saw the post on Facebook, then I registered. I got the ID to join as the PIN code to join. So I said I want to join this, but
yes.
Unfortunately I was quite busy, so I joined very late. So I just want to find out what is happening. I don't know whether you are going to be able to contact me. I don't know how you strategize.
Okay, so thank you so much, Figile. Thank you for that. If you go into the chat of this, if you go to the chat box at the bottom, you'll be able to get details, the link that you can use to join Women in Business. So if you just open up the chat, you see where you have your mic and your video and etc. If you open up the chat, you'll be able to see details of and the link that Mpume has posted on there about how to join Women in Business. So you can go ahead and use that.
To resend it, I think because I've joined late, I don't see that.
So if you just go to chat and you scroll up, you'll be able to see it there. And the chats.
I just reshared the link. I just posted the link now.
Thank you so much, Bome. Thanks for that. So you'll be able to see it now. She has she sent it again on the chat. Okay, ladies, is there anyone else who has a question? I think we can close now. Thank you so much, everybody. It was awesome having this conversation. You know, the coffee and conversations are always great. I think it can be time for us to close off. If you guys have any other questions that you didn't feel comfortable maybe asking, or you're going to think about from the session, you can go ahead and reach out to Women in Business, and then you'll find us all there if you have questions for any of us. If you need details for any of the ladies that shared anything, you'll be able to find them under the chat if you just scroll all the way up, and you'll find their numbers there. Otherwise, they will be sharing all the details on the WhatsApp group as well as on Facebook. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a good evening. Enjoy the rest of your evening with your families. Thank you.
Khanya. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Khanya.
Thank you.